Thursday, August the 29th. Sorry about being a day late on my fishing report. I'm going to try to get back on track next week. And also sorry about the echo in the shop. As I get more stuff in here, we should get rid of that echo. But next week, or next weekend, is the fish off for the National Youth Associations on Table Rock. So I'm going to make sure I do my fishing report early Wednesday so a lot of the kids can watch it, get ready for their year-end event at Table Rock. But lake level's right about 913 3/4. Water temperature, I hadn't been out the last couple days, but it was 78, 79 degrees Monday and Tuesday when I went out. Now that water level's got to be coming down. It's been cool the last couple days and raining, and other than getting wet, I actually wished I was fishing the past couple days. I think that it's probably a good topwater bite, you know, if a guy get in the right area. But it's kind of, with the water cooling down and as much rain as we got, it's kind of going to open up a few things. Something that I would check, especially tomorrow, is the backs of the creeks, any place where there's, you know, deep ravines where it washes down into the lake. What it's going to do, that water coming in is going to be a lot cooler than the lake water. So that may fire up some fish in the backs of them pockets, and it's also going to wash in a bunch of nutrients and stuff that the bait fish feed on. I always go to the backs of the creeks anytime we get a big rain. In the springtime, you're looking for warmer water coming in. This time of year, you're looking for a little cooler water coming in. Anything to change that water. But the fishing's, you know, still pretty good. A lot of drop shot fish still. It seems to be the main consistent thing, but there is some shallow fish showing up. We've caught some fish the last few days, or Monday and Tuesday, on whopper ploppers and top water early, about the first hour or so. Some decent largemouths, and we've got some smallmouths on football jig, and a pig sticker football jig, and also a 5-fish ultimate finesse jig, a 9/16 and a Missouri craw, and also a green pumpkin purple has been working real well too. On the football jig, I've been throwing a 5/8 ounce. On the ultimate finesse jig, I've been throwing a 9/16. And I'm tipping them with any kind of twin tail, like twin tail chompers, speed craw, strike king, baby rage craw, or even a big craw. And I'm staying with a green pumpkin or, you know, watermelon as far as on my trailer. And those fish hadn't been real deep. They've been, in the morning, they'll be 8 to 10 feet, and, you know, move out to about 20 feet. But I'm not getting a lot of fish doing that. They're a little bit better quality. The drop shot fish, you got to catch a lot of fish right now, or I have to catch a keeper. Seems like I got to weed through a lot of fish. Now, for the kids, for you guys next weekend, I think the Ned rig is really going to be a deal as far as for putting keeper fish in the boat. You know, and the weights are going to be low unless we have overcast, rainy conditions. Someone gets into them on a top water. I think for the most part, traditionally, you know, September, the weights are real low. September, early October is always pretty much a tough time as far as quality fish. Now, as that water starts to cool down a little bit, that deeper bite, when that thermocline breaks up, them shad are going to, the shad and the fish are going to really scatter. Some of them go out 45, 50 foot. They've been in that 25 to 35 foot range all summer, so it's been relatively easy as far as the depth to key on, but once that thermocline breaks up, look for them fish to really scatter. But that water temperature is going to have to cool down a little bit more before that happens. But on the top water, the whopper plopper fish, I've been fishing in the creeks, and it's really no specific kind of rock. One time I'll get bit on gravel, the next time I'll get bit on a gravel, kind of a chunk rock transition. It seems like the key for me is a lot of little bait. I think they're what they call them silver-sided minnows, if you can find them popping around. And also, you know, this time of the year, we have like the last bluegill spawn that's usually going on. A lot of them fish will be up there feeding on bluegill, crawdads, and shad, and them little silver-sided minnows. But the places I've been getting bit on the top water, seems like I've got a lot of bait around, and even some bluegill in the areas. And actually, we've been catching a few bluegill on crankbaits from time to time, and I've been mixing it up with the whopper plopper. We've been throwing a Strike King 2.5 and a chartreuse sexy shad, and also a 1.5. You know, usually if we've got two of us in the boat, I've got one guy throwing a whopper plopper and maybe one guy throwing a crankbait. Another thing